Well, YouTube, Careful Sight here. Got a thing off of YouTube Shorts. I thought I'd throw this out here. And we're going out as late as 2018. And as far out as the great grand state of California. Mono County, California. And for some apparent reason, and not much details in this, Karlie Lane Gues, if I'm saying that right, walked out of her family residence with nothing but, t-shirt, sweatpants, or jeans, and was never seen again. Yeah, here's a picture of her. She was born in 2002, making her now going to be 21 years old this year. But as nobody knows, but if you do, I'm sure you do, and that's good too, but a lot of strange things likes to happen out there in California, especially when you're living out near the area, which sounds very White Mountain Estates area in Chalifant Valley. Anything to do with a valley or mountains in California is a very creepy, scary thought. To be is right. One can only imagine as she was last seen. Where is it? Bear with me. 6 and 100 yards south of Sierra View Road on the morning of October, 30 yards east of Highway 6. So approximately 30 yards east of Highway 6, 100 yards south of Sierra View Road on the morning. Of course, I'm sure nobody around that time really obviously didn't see much or any suspicious vehicles that day, as the witnesses don't explain. But yeah, early mornings in California, I would say due to the valley area, you ain't coming out a nice of nothing out that end. I mean, I want to do some mapping on this and research because, yeah, the simple fact that here we have a person being seen, but, of course, nobody seeing nothing suspicious. And, but then again, California holds a lot of dark history of serial killers. Even to one to this day, I think I was reading something that they might have a new one. But, of course, nothing would be more, spine chilling than having your kid get up one morning and say, oh, I was going to go for a walk today, and never walk back through that door again. I mean, that's the most worst thing anybody can experience. Especially for, young women. And I believe at the time, yeah, she was 2018, yeah, she was 16. 16 years old, it says. Vulnerable, young, still a mind that's not fully developed. But yet just happened to just want to walk out one day and who knows where she went. Now the question is, and it don't say, I don't know if I find it, but did she suffer from depression, mental health issues? I mean, she seems like a happy-go-lucky kid, but sometimes that smile hides behind some, troublesome, things that no one will know about unless, you're in that mind. Or I can't even say if you're a good best friend or your parents are real close, which some kids do have good relationships with parents. And, you have them friends where you can tell everything, but that does not indicate in this story. Neither does the, depression or anything else that would happen to come up in a case like this. So to say forth that she just happened to one day, just didn't want to be around here no more and happened to take the easy way out of life and wanted to just disappear. I mean, that's troublesome of its own to even think, but a lot of people don't understand or realize what kids of today go through, especially the millennium babies, as we call them, happening in the millennium year 2000. I know I keep an eye on all kinds of stuff, especially what's going on with the hipsters of today. I try and keep up with all kinds of things, because when stuff like this happens, I want to have my thoughts, theories, ideas right on the nose of things. That hammer to hit straight on the nail's head. So, I try and keep up with the times and read a lot of stuff or educate myself with modern day kids, especially when I got kids born around this time, 2000, 2002. I feel as if I wasn't around enough for my two kids due to my bad drinking habits when they were younger, but my power prevailed over any type of drug or alcohol, but I never did drugs, but I did conquer alcohol and beated it out of my life to become, the parent I should be. Because growing up in today's society, don't get me wrong, man, even when I was a kid, it was rough trying to live this life of mine and be happy. But I did sit there and, say to myself one day do I want to go out like this, or do I want to be here for a purpose? Right now I feel as if I'm that purpose, to monitor kids too, and to trying to give advice out there to anybody, not just kids, anybody. Anybody that feels down and out, man. You gotta keep a head up, and you gotta keep marching forward. And you gotta try and fight them demons. And you have to win. There's no question. Because I say it all the time about the afterlife. I believe it, and I believe it well. And I know suicide ain't the right way to go about things, because that is one thing I do believe, is that when you do happen to just take your life for whatever reason, and it's always not the right answer, but I say it all the time, your soul gets stuck there. It don't go to a peaceful place. It stays restless, and it stays there. And you are to live eternity. And that's scary enough. That's, more than anything that's gonna make you, feel down and out and don't want to be here no more. Because if you want your soul to live in that eternity where you, took your life, I believe that's what happens. You can't get away from that. And you won't. So whatever your pain that you feel and, you're having at that moment at that time, and you take that away, that place, that time, that moment, it's going to stay there. And that let alone is enough to haunt you for the rest of your life. So I take it to great, I take in a great pride to being a survivor of my own demons. Bring it forth towards you, to you, the people here. And this poor girl here, who knows what happened to her. Whether she was suffering from something that no one's seen. And that hidden stuff, boy, is the hardest type, to find in people. So, I mean, if your kids do seem to be acting awkwardly, let alone oddly, you gotta be on that quick. And for whatever reason, this girl left her house that day. Who knows if she was even, maybe on the internet with someone and talking and no one knew. But that ain't even in here, A lot of questions that need to be answered for this one. Why did she leave that house the morning? Early in the morning at that. That's even more creepier. So, it is tough to, it's one of them big, hard pills to swallow. You get that stuck in your throat, you feel like you're choking, you can't breathe, let alone your kid's missing. It's just something there, boy, that just makes you want to, lose your mind in insanity. But whatever the case may be, I always want to try and put out videos on missing persons, spark the memory of each and every person that is in that area to, remember something, damn it. But if you weren't in that area at that time, there's nothing much you can do. But if there's a sighting, that's a hopeful thing, but hopefully she's not being tortured or, something in that matter. But, yeah, it's scary. It is scary to think of what this girl could be really going through right now, even if she's still alive. So, I tell you, boy, every day I look at my kids, I could sit there and I start choking myself up and just really, thinking, man, here today, gone tomorrow, and it could be for any reason. And that's the worst thing you can think of. I wish I didn't have to think like that, but that's the way I think, because I'm always, and I try to keep prepared for things like this. Because, when my kid if that kid don't come home and it don't feel right, I'm on it. And I don't care. I go above the law. Sometimes you have to say F the law. Because for people that just don't, care for that, they use the excuse, and laws need to be changed. That 24 hours, that should be a thing of the past. I mean, these days when someone comes missing, there shouldn't be no 24-hour wait. Especially when they're a friggin' adult. And when you have that gut feeling and something's wrong, someone needs to get on that and search immediately. Not wait. Not 24 hours. You give that person 24 hours to, whether they're kidnapped or whatever is going on. You're giving them that advantage. And that's sick. So with that being said, man, hopefully this girl, I can't even say will pop up one day, because damn, 2018. It's not that far off, but that's a long time to be missing. So, everybody, if you pray, let's hope, pray for the best. Throw your best wishes out there that this girl will probably be hopefully found alive, but obviously it don't look too good, so I'm going to do some mapping on this anyways to see what kind of area she lived in. Gives me a lot to go on when I do this. But till that next video, be safe, take care. And I can't say it enough, and I'll say it every time. Beware, especially in times like this. Always beware. 'Cause you definitely never know when your time is gonna hit. And that piece of crap stalking shadow will be there taking you to the depths of hell. And that's the worst thing anybody wants to go through. That's why the new boogeyman should be made to these little stalkers, these little pieces of... Yeah. The new boogeyman. Watch out for your demise, you rotten people that like to target the innocent, the weak, the little people like this girl that just wanna, so forth, look like have just a normal life. No, there's always someone big and bad out there that wants to take something away, thinking they're a big, huge, scary monster. But you're nothing but a lousy piece of crap. Too bad you don't take on the real man of life. Because whoever does this ain't no real man. You end up on the sissy bars wrapped around your neck. Shoved up your... Yeah, that's right. Anyways, folks, once again, be safe out there. Here today, gone tomorrow. Sad situations. Out.